hits. And Lynchburg playing from behind here in the bottom of the first inning. The starter for Roanoke will be sophomore, number 23, Thomas Burgess. Burgess is a tall right-hander. Comes at you from the three-quarter arm slot. We'll get some stats on Burgess here in a second, but let's tell you the Lynchburg lineup. Leading off, the shortstop, Brandon Garcia. O'Kelly McWilliams, the fourth, will hit second. Ben Jones, sophomore, hitting third. Eric Hyatt cleaning up. It'll be Quinn Madden in the 5-hole. Gavin Collins hitting sixth. Between Madden and Collins, they've got 5 home runs between them in the last 3 games. We'll discuss more on that. The senior DH will be Riley O'Donovan. Senior Eddie Gimble in left, batting 8th. And rounding out the order for Lynchburg will be the catcher, Sean Pokerock. They are facing Thomas Burgess, the sophomore from Leesburg, Virginia. I said he was tall. He's listed at 6'4", 215 pounds. This will be appearance number 5 of the season. He went a complete game last weekend against Eastern Mennonite. 9 innings, gave up 7 hits, 2 earned runs, struck out 5, and walked 1. Numbers are really good this year for Burgess, and you can see why he's getting the ball in game 1. Statistically, that was his first win of the season, but he is 1-0, 4.76 earned run average, threw exactly 100 pitches last weekend, so should be fully rested and recovered after 9 innings of work. 19 strikeouts to just 5 walks this season for Burgess. There's walk number 6 surrendered to the very patient Brandon Garcia. Actually, the umpire has changed his mind. We've got a strike. It should be a 3-1 count. Garcia looking for walk number 12 on the season. We'll see if it happens here, or perhaps the bat continues even more. Struck him out looking. That's a punch out. So the count was not 3-1. Count was full. Strikeout looking for Brandon Garcia. He has now struck out, Brandon Garcia, that is, 7 times this season. Here's O'Kelly McWilliams, the fourth. 5th-year man will take strike 1. Hitting .339 on the season. He's been part of this power explosion for Lynchburg lately. A home run in this stretch that, as a team, Lynchburg has now knocked in the last 5 games 11 home runs as a team in this stretch. 11 homers in the last 5 games. It's 17 on the season for Lynchburg. We've got 39 extra base hits total. Hornets have really been swinging it great as of late. Competition part of that, sure, but I think Lynchburg's gaining confidence. Hitters are improving. Get used to seeing more live pitching. The general thought is that the pitchers are going to be ahead of the hitters early in the season, but now we're in mid-March, so this is the time where you do see a lot of guys start cooking. Looks like Thomas Burgess is cooking early, though. That was a breaking ball that O'Kelly McWilliams couldn't get the bat off the shoulder, and now there's 2 outs pretty quickly after 2 punch-outs for Thomas Burgess. See what Ben Jones can do. Sophomore enters the game swinging it at just .217, but the on-base percentage is .464. So Ben Jones is getting on base. He takes a lot of walks, 19 of them this season. He's been hit 3 times as well. In fact, Ben Jones has reached base now 8 straight games. It was 7 coming into the game and right before that swing, but now it's 8 as Ben Jones just pummels a ball right up the middle past the glove of Thomas Burgess. So there's the first hit of the game for Lynchburg. Eric Hyatt is the hitter. Eric Hyatt has done similar things to Ben Jones, just as far as the average doesn't look elite right now, but the on-base percentage does. Eric Hyatt has reached safely in 13 of 15 games this season. He has started all 15, and this is game 16 for Lynchburg. Roanoke 6-9, so this is game 16 for the Maroons as well. Lynchburg 10-5. Strike 1 on a breaking ball. You can see that, I think, from Burgess, that his curveball / slider, whatever you want to call it, very good, very effective. Sharp, got a lot of depth, comes at you from that steep angle, starts high, finishes in the strike zone a lot of times. There's one that started in the zone and finished out of it. Good hold by Eric Hyatt. Ben Jones with some speed at first. The running game has been important for Lynchburg this year. Hornets are stealing at an 83% clip, 33 for 40 as a team. Ben Jones has 3, I believe. Going to confirm that. Scratch that. Ben Jones is 5 for 5 stolen bases this year. 5 for 5. Shorted him a few. 1-2 count on the junior from Woodbridge, Virginia, Eric Hyatt. Burgess set at the chest, delivers, breaking ball again. Hyatt will slash this by the pitcher and the second baseman. So it's back-to-back hits for Lynchburg. Here comes Quinn Madden, who might be the hottest hitter in the lineup right now. Here come the numbers for Quinn Madden. He has homered in 3 straight games. Quinn Madden has multi-hit games in his last 4 in a row. And in that stretch, Quinn Madden is 11 for 16. He's hitting over 680 in the last 4 games. That's 3 homers, 2 doubles in there. He's driven in 12 in the last 4 games. And I think one of the last times we were here at Fox Field, if you go back to March 5th, Quinn Madden was hitting 167 on March 5th. And now we're on March 16th, and Quinn Madden hits 340 on the year. So this tear he has been on has really upped the batting average, and it's really been a big reason why Lynchburg's been successful. Gets under this one, long run, it will not stay in play. So Quinn Madden will get another chance here. But it has been a delight to watch the things Quinn Madden has been doing on the season, but specifically in the last 4 or 5 games. So impressive. Quinn Madden has 4 home runs on the season, hitting 340, slugging percentage is up to 620 now. Working with runners on first and second, sophomore Thomas Burgess got 2 quick outs, but then back-to-back singles for Lynchburg. Here's the pitch. Madden lays off. Looks like that breaking ball again that started in the zone, finished off. Gavin Collins waits on deck. Collins has 3 home runs in his last 2 games. He's been doing major damage for the Hornets as well. See if they can sting early. Madden swings on this one. It's in the left center gap, hanging up. It's going to stay in the ballpark, and it will hang up long enough for the left fielder to make a long run in the gap. That was Corey Coogan that ends the threat with a running grab in deep left center. So Lynchburg gets 2 hits, but they strand 2, and Roanoke leads 1-0 after 1 complete at Fox Field in Lynchburg. Gavin Collins will lead off in the bottom of the second for the Lynchburg Hornets, who trail 2-0. Roanoke with 1 in the first and 1 in the second for the Maroons. Gavin Collins, the senior from Clifton. Last time we saw this guy on an LHSN broadcast, he was picking up career hit number 150. He's gone well beyond that in the last week or so. Gavin Collins is up to 161 career hits now. He's got a 5-game hitting streak going on, and 4 of those featured multi-hit games, 12 for his last 22. So he's hitting .545 in his last 5 games. 0-2 count here on Thomas Burgess. You got to like how Burgess comes after these Lynchburg hitters. You can see that early. And it's not tough to understand why Thomas Burgess had a complete game victory against EMU last weekend. He's got everything you want from a starting pitcher. Got some velocity, got some life on the fastball, good breaking ball, and he looks to throw strikes. Collins lifting one to left field. This will stay in the ballpark. Coogan another long run towards the line this time, but he will make another out. Back-to-back F7 for Lynchburg. Vastly different, though. To end the first inning, Coogan had to run in the left center gap. This one he makes the move towards the boundary line. And it brings up Riley O'Donovan, hitting with 1 out in the bottom of the second. Eddie Gimbel is on deck for Lynchburg. Breaking ball that just missed from Burgess. You can just see the takes on that breaking ball. It seems to have major bite. There's another one. This one, I think, was supposed to be on the plate. Maybe ends up off time fastball. Here's a pitch from Burgess. It was the heater, but he couldn't get that in the zone either. And for the first time, we're seeing Thomas Burgess maybe just slightly lack a little bit of control. Riley O'Donovan hitting .333 on the season. He's driven in 10. He has 3 home runs and 1 double. Ball 4 there, and it will be the first free pass issued for Thomas Burgess. First walk in the game, actually, for either team. And it brings up the left fielder, Eddie Gimble. Eddie Gimble is a senior. He has been around. He is from Culpeper, Virginia. Played in 9 games last year. Eddie Gimble played in 2 games back his freshman season in 2021. On the career for Eddie Gimble, he's hitting .600 this year. The career average is .313. Eddie Gimble is 3 for 5 on the season so far this year in just 4 games played. This is now game 5 for the senior. And he was one of the heroes in a walk-off win earlier in the season for Lynchburg. His Marietta was down at that event in Greensboro, the second weekend of the year. And Eddie Gimble was 1 for 1 with the game-winning RBI there, or he scored the game-winning run, rather, tying run. Foul ball there. Oh, right into our crowd mic. It got scattered everywhere. We'll have to check that for damage. It looks like the crowd microphone did get dislodged from its perch there, but we'll put it back. It couldn't have been damaged too bad. I don't think the ball hit it directly. Breaking ball that Eddie Gimble takes, and it's a 2-2 count. 1 out in the bottom of the second. Riley O'Donovan leading off at first. 9-hole man is the catcher, Sean Pokerock, waiting on deck. Here's the pitch to Gimble. Another one of those sweepers that he takes. I tell you, I was saying you can tell from Lynchburg's takes on that breaking ball that it's very good, but they have seemed to lay off of it a lot better as the game has gone on. I heard some stuff from our crowd mic. It's still working. It's still effective. Fastball came inside. Gimble just moved out of the way slightly to take ball 4. It's back-to-back walks from Thomas Burgess. Oh, the crowd mic must be closer to the speakers now, I think. We can hear the speakers a lot better now that the crowd mic's in a different position. That's fun, though. Fun with audio on a Saturday afternoon. And Lynchburg with a great threat here with Sean Pokerock hitting with 1 out. Runners at first and second. Pokey went after the first one into center field. Long run here for Nate Prince. He'll make the grab and fire it in quickly. So a 1-pitch at bat there will help Thomas Burgess out. Does bring up the top of the order. Brandon Garcia struck out looking in his first at bat. Brandon Garcia's got 6 multi-hit games this season. And Brandon Garcia has 4 straight multi-hit games. So he's one of the guys that has been part of the offensive production since he stepped foot on campus here on Lakeside Drive. But in these last 4 games, Hollywood starting to heat up a little bit, showing the star that he is. He'll take ball 1, 1-0 count. O'Donovan at second, not elite speed. Eddie Gimble runs a bit better at first. Brandon Garcia does have that elite speed. Second on the team in stolen bases to O'Kelly McWilliams. Strike 1, 1-1 count. Brandon Garcia confirming with the umpire that that's the top of the zone. It's a 2-0 Roanoke lead. Still very early on a doubleheader day. It's a marathon kind of a day when you get these 9-inning doubleheaders. Brandon Garcia was well out in front of a breaking ball, and that is foul. 1-2 count. It went in the direction of the Roanoke dugout. I think everybody's okay over there. See what Burgess goes with a 1-2 count. Seems like it's just been fastball, breaking ball for Burgess. Don't know that I've seen a lot of changeups, although honestly that might have been one right there. Garcia under it. High sky, big sun, no clouds, but the pop-up is secured, and the inning will end. Lynchburg leaves 2 on again, 1 in scoring position, and we'll move to the top of the 3rd inning with Roanoke leading 2-0. 2 pitches this year. He has reached safely in 14 of 15 this season. O'Kelly McWilliams is the stolen base leader for Lynchburg. 0-2 count on IV. Fastball just missed. Thomas Burgess, the sophomore, still seeming lively and sharp on the mound. He did walk 2 in the last inning. Good cut right here by O'Kelly McWilliams. This is going to drive Prince back, but he makes the grab on the run. Nice job by the center fielder, Nate Prince, to really cover a lot of ground and make a pretty good grab. So McWilliams will have to wait for his first hit. It's Ben Jones. Ben Jones got the first hit of the game on the Lynchburg side, 1 for 1 right now. Jones takes ball 1, 1-0 count. Looked like the breaking ball again from Thomas Burgess, the sophomore. Ben Jones got the bat off his shoulder, didn't pull the trigger, and now it's a 1-1 count. Eric Hyatt waits on deck. He also followed up Ben Jones' first hit with a base knock of his own. Ben Jones will lay off that one, and now it's a 1-2 count. Sunny skies. It's probably mid-60s now. I think it's gone up just a few degrees since when we started. Great day to play baseball. Tough sky, though. Here's a pop-up into that tough sky. You see all the players holding the glove up, trying to shield their eyes from that bright sun. Catch is made, out number 2. That was the third baseman, Hayden Giordano. They called off the shortstop to make that grab. Lynchburg, all air outs so far. No ground ball outs just yet for Lynchburg. And we have mentioned in previous games, if you are a frequent viewer or listener, well, hold that thought. Lynchburg's going to probably make another air out here as Eric Hyatt swings at the first but gets under it. Shortstop Johnny Wall struggled just a little bit, but he pulled it in, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down there. First time Lynchburg has been retired in order. Let's see if Roanoke can use some of that momentum as we move to the top of the 4th inning.
And it's going to be a lot of work, but so is everything else. It's just going to help build their education that they've already had and make them a better person for it.
The right fielder, Quinn Madden, leads it off for Lynchburg in the bottom of the 4th inning. Let's talk about Lynchburg swinging the bat. They have not made any ground ball outs as of yet. They've all either been pop-ups or fly balls. 2 strikeouts in there as well. Garcia and McWilliams struck out to open the game. Burgess hasn't struck anybody out since then. But that tells you a little bit about his pitching. Seems to be hard to square up and or hit on the ground. And maybe it tells you something about Lynchburg's hitting plan right now. We said the Hornets have 11 home runs in their last 5 games. Quinn Madden's going to belt this one. What a grab in left field. That was Corey Coogan laying out to take a sure double away. Coogan full horizontal there and throwing the glove out at the last moment to snatch that out of the sky. Got a feel for Quinn Madden a little bit. You'll note that that ball was hit hard, but it is the first out of the inning, and it's another air out. It's not a ground ball out. Gavin Collins will take strike 1. But Lynchburg, in their last 5, again, they have 11 home runs and 10 doubles. The on-base percentage is .500. The batting average is .382. That's all coming in to this game. Those numbers don't factor into anything that's happened here in this one. But I think they are getting the ball elevated a bit more from an offensive perspective. That ball just barely clipped Gavin Collins. I think it was one that actually got all 3 guys around the plate there. I think it deflected off of Gavin Collins, then briefly hit the catcher's mitt, and then hit our umpire in the left shoulder or bicep. Hit by pitch. That is base runner number 5 for Lynchburg. Gavin Collins has been hit 5 times this season. Creeping up that leaderboard. He is second all time in hit by pitch. Riley O'Donovan, the designated hitter, now with 1 out. Check swing. Yeah, probably did go around. Might have been a strike anyway. Good pitch from Burgess. O'Donovan walked in his first plate appearance. Eddie Gimbel is on deck. He also got the free pass. Burgess ready with an 0-1 count. Collins has decent speed. Hasn't run much this season, but is still a threat to move over there. Can't completely leave him alone if you're Roanoke's defense. 0-2 count on Riley O'Donovan. 1 out. They will throw over and keep Gavin Collins close. He's back on a slide safely. Maroons will have the leadoff hitter up. It's Corey Coogan. He's played a great left field, including the most recent diving catch. Breaking ball away. O'Donovan did get the check swing there, but held up. Not even any appeal that time for Roanoke. 1-2. O'Donovan's ready. Hold from Burgess. Now the delivery. Riley O'Donovan just rips that one into the left center gap. That's going to be down for a double. Let's see if Collins tries to score. Oh, yeah, turn and burn time around third. They're not going to get Gavin Collins at home, and Lynchburg is on the board. Riley O'Donovan rocking one into the left center gap. It is the first extra base hit for Lynchburg. Hit number 3 of the game. Maybe this Hornets offense is ready to sting here in the bottom of the 4th. 2-1 Roanoke lead. Eddie Gimbel walked in his first plate appearance. Sean Pokerock is on deck for Lynchburg, and then it will be the top of the order. From the Roanoke perspective, you don't want to panic by any means. But as a baseball fan, you know this could be a key moment here. Still feels early in the bottom of the 4th, but this could be really key, especially if Lynchburg could get the top of the order up here with runners on base in the 4th inning. Feel pretty good about your chances. Don't mind your chances with a guy like Eddie Gimbel and then Sean Pokerock on deck either. 1 out. And you think about it as a strike is taken by Eddie Gimbel. If you think about it, Lynchburg's actually hit 2 balls really hard this inning. There's a diving grab to get Quinn Madden out, and then Riley O'Donovan just hit it where nobody could get to. It's a 1-1 count with 1 out. I think Lynchburg's offense is starting to heat up. Eddie Gimbel out front on that. Here comes another one of those PFP plays. Burgess does get over and tap the top of the bag for out number 2. Sean Pokerock flied out to center in his first at bat. Pokey comes into the game hitting 143. He was one of those postseason heroes last year. 8 hits in postseason play for Sean Pokerock, including 3 to start the fun in Cedar Rapids, Iowa against Wisconsin lacrosse. A 3-hit day for Pokey there to get things going in Iowa. Fastball, outer third, strike 1. Sean Pokerock this season has 1 home run. This is start number 8. He's driven in 3. An RBI here would tie the game. This ball is lasered into left field, and another diving grab. My goodness, tip your cap to Corey Coogan. He's taken 2 hits away just in this inning. He has been outstanding previously, and here he is just stealing the show out there in left field. Corey Coogan with a diving grab to limit the damage for Roanoke. Lynchburg gets on the board. They cut the lead in half. It's 2-1 Maroons through 4 complete at Fox Field. Leadoff man, shortstop, Brandon Garcia will start the party in the bottom of the 5th for Lynchburg. 1 run on 3 hits. Hornets have left 5 on, 3 in scoring position. Roanoke has 2 runs on 6 hits. They've left 4 stranded in this game. Brandon Garcia pulls one, right side. Second baseman stumbles, but gathers in time to make the out. Nice job over there by Kyle Mosher, moving to his glove side to take a potential hit away. First pitch swinging there from Brandon Garcia. And this will bring up IV, O'Kelly McWilliams. He was in high spirits before the game. Just walked by him down there in the batting cage. Seemed to be enjoying himself, seemed to be looking forward to the doubleheader today. Lynchburg trailing 2-1. The offensive explosion against Pfeiffer. Hold your thoughts there, as O'Kelly McWilliams will just lace one into right center field. There's a base hit for IV, and that's Lynchburg's 4th hit of the ball game. Unofficial numbers, as always. Follow along with the official stats at lynchburgsports.com. Now we'll get to talk about O'Kelly McWilliams' speed over there at first base. He is the stolen base leader for Lynchburg, 16 of 20 this season. But that win against Pfeiffer on Wednesday, 23-1, and Lynchburg scored 15 in the 2nd inning. And the Hornets just could not get out for a while. And really, it was a weekend to remember, not a weekend, a Tuesday and a Wednesday, actually, to remember for Lynchburg, because they scored 12 against Greensboro in 7 innings. So it ends up being, as IV does not waste long, he'll slide headfirst into second, safe. Stolen base there. Stolen base number 17 for O'Kelly McWilliams this season. But Lynchburg, think about that. In 2 days, in basically a 24-hour stretch, they scored 35 runs in 14 innings. 35 runs in 14 innings. Lynchburg has scored 12 or more runs in their last 3 straight games, because they scored 12 in Game 2 against Bridgewater on Sunday of last week. Ben Jones will lean into one, but it's foul. Sent it down the right field line, but could not keep it between the lines. Lynchburg scored 13 in Game 2 of the doubleheader against Wittenberg. That was a 7-inning game as well. So this Lynchburg offense is very, very capable of putting up some massive numbers. They've scored double-digit runs now 5 times this season, and most of those have come in the last 2 weeks. Ben Jones will really get into this one, but that's even more foul than the last. Hornets scored double-digit runs 19 times last year, over the 10-run mark 19 times last season. They've done it 5 times this year, but 4 in their last 6, basically. Good spot there from Thomas Burgess. So we're talking about scoring runs and all kinds of other things. Thomas Burgess is still on the bump, working hard for Roanoke. Good take from Ben Jones. Going to know the zone. Another 2-strike delivery coming up. Similar result that we have been having. Ben Jones just out in front, pulling it foul. Ben Jones is 1 for 2. Popped out to the left side in his last at bat. Single in his first. Ben Jones, an on-base machine. Another foul ball. He's a hitting machine, but boy, when you add up all the walks that Ben Jones takes, it's a pretty impressive on-base percentage. 19 base on balls this season for Benny Bombs. He has reached base in 13 of 15 games this year. He's taken walks in 13 games this year. Umpire wants time. Ben Jones, I think, wanted time first, and the umpire gave it to him. Thomas Burgess, the sophomore, he's impressed, though. Just threw out all the offensive numbers for Lynchburg, so to keep this Hornet squad at just 1 run through 4.5 innings, should get some high marks there on the mound. Ben Jones will dodge out of the way of that one. A long at bat continues with 1 out. A speedster, O'Kelly McWilliams, is on second base. Eric Hyatt on deck. Roanoke defense does have Ben Jones played to pull and deep. Another foul ball. Great at bat here from Ben Jones. We're not into double-digit pitches yet, but I think it's close. 8 pitches. This will be delivery number 9 for Thomas Burgess. Two-one ball game. Pick attempt coming there on O'Kelly McWilliams. That's pretty savvy from Roanoke. A long at bat. Sometimes the last thing you think about in a bat like this is running a pick play. Kind of smart, actually, and McWilliams was ready for it at his end. Here it is, 9th pitch, and it is ball 4. Ben Jones will take walk number 20 on the season through 15 games. So that math is pretty easy. Ben Jones getting on a lot. Wow. I know that wasn't the actual mathematical equation there, but it just kind of boggles the mind. A lot of that is his eye and his plate discipline. Some of it is the respect that opponents have for his power. Rather give Ben Jones 1 base than multiple or 4. Breaking ball to Eric Hyatt, that's a strike. He hits with 1 out. Runners on first and second. Good speed at both bases. Elite speed, A+ at second. Ben Jones is not bad himself, though. We'll give him an A- on the wheels. He might not like that if he watches the broadcast, though. We'll just bump that up to a straight-up A, Ben. 2-1 count, or excuse me, it's an 0-2 count. It's a 2-1 ball game. When Eric Hyatt gets on, we're ditching the grading scale for the speed. Hyatt runs better than people think, though. See if he can get on here. 0-2, he's going to have to work for it. Burgess checking the runner at second. Multiple looks there. McWilliams will take off. Both runners go. Sidearm throw by the catcher, but it's not in time, and it's a successful double steal for Lynchburg. O'Kelly McWilliams, 2 for 2 in this game. Give him 18 on the season. Wow. I said he had A+ speed. Now it's 2 in scoring position for a proven run producer, Eric Hyatt. He's driven in 16 this season. Foul ball as Hyatt was ready for an inside pitch. Couldn't keep it between the lines, though. Eric Hyatt is 1 for 2 in the game. We'll get a check on Thomas Burgess's pitch count here soon. Sophomore has thrown a lot of pitches. 78 pitches for Thomas Burgess through 4.5. Hyatt stings one into center field. 1 run is in. Lynchburg has tied it. Ben Jones will round the bag. No play at home, and the Hornets have taken the lead. The proven run producer delivers again. Hyatt with RBIs, 17 and 18 on the season. Lynchburg takes the lead 3-2. What a sequence right here for Lynchburg. Classic Hornet baseball, and you're going to get a mound visit for Thomas Burgess, who went 100 on Sunday against EMU. So we know he's got it in him to go more and throw more pitches, but looks like Burgess's afternoon will come to an end here. Eric Hyatt driving in 2 with a great swing of the bat. We'll pause and figure out the new arm in just a second here for the Roanoke Maroons, who have surrendered the lead